From my experience and the studies, we can see some common trends across most people over a timeline of months to years. As always, these are general principles and may not apply to your specific situation, but in my experience apply to most people's situation. The first period is from the start to about 6 months. This is when you will lose the weight more easily with some relatively simple changes like reducing how much you eat, eating a higher quality of foods like vegetables and eating less processed crap, and moving a bit more. You can lose the weight fast, like more than 4 to 8 kilos a month, or slowly like 1 kilo a month in this period, but this is generally when it's easier. Now I'll tell you right now, your weight will fluctuate. It'll go up and down. Your motivation will fluctuate and that'll go up and down. And you will have good days and you'll have bad days, and that's okay. A bad day is not a failure. The weight going up is not a failure. Just keep going. If you have one bad meal, that's okay. Just remember to get back onto eating well. This is not a single trip that will make you fail, not a single fall that will make you fail. It's not getting back up that will make you fail. Then we have the 6 to 12 month period. This is a really crucial period to keep the weight off because a lot of people put the weight back on during this. I don't necessarily think you have to lose weight quickly here or even at all, but if you do, then that's great. But just keeping it off and stable is a win because the key in this period is to not go backwards to old habits. This is a period for creating new habits and new automatic processes in your life. Now I'm going to talk about some of the biological reasons that people plateau and even gain weight during this period, but there are also a lot of psychological and social reasons for it as well. From my experience, what happens is a lot of people feel satisfied with how they've done so far, and in a way they should reward themselves and say thank you. But the problem is then they start to relax just a bit and this starts a slippery slope and they just keep making exceptions. Like I'll get onto it tomorrow. Eventually they end up eating, moving, thinking exactly the same way as they did when they started, or sometimes worse, because now they feel even a bit more sort of self-anger at themselves because like, oh, I'm going backwards. And that makes everything worse. The other thing they did wrong in this 6 to 12 month period is they did not aim to make their weight loss a new way of life and break those old cycles. They're both biological, social and psychological. They just use pure willpower and push on through for 6 months. And I've said it again and again, this is not a goal, this is a journey. When we live in a way of life that's healthy, weight loss comes as a result. So we need to ingrain these new habits so our new way of life, they're automatic. You don't have to try hard anymore. Remember, this is the long game we're playing. And finally, people don't go deep enough. They think weight loss is only about food and exercise, and look, maybe if you're lucky, that's all this will be. But so many people I see, it's more about their mindsets or their emotional states or their social situations like the habits, or even medical conditions like medications and things like that. It could be the habits of their families or loneliness. There are a myriad of factors that I'll discuss in future videos. But if you want to be healthy and lose weight, you have to confront these things that need to be confronted. And to do that, you can do it alone, but you may need a health professional to help you. Okay, then you have your 12 to 24 month period. There is evidence that those who can keep their weight off for 1 to 2 years can more easily keep it off in the future. This is further supported by the National Weight Registry study I discussed a little bit earlier, and I'll discuss again a little bit later. For those who have lost at least 13 kilos or 28 pounds of weight in the year, which is only about a kilo or 2-3 pounds a month, in the first year, continue to lose weight with an average of 30 kilos or 66 pounds after 5.5 years. If you persist during and beyond this first year and keep the weight coming off slowly but surely, it can be slow or it can be fast, then you're more likely now to ingrain those new ways of life, learn some new practical and psychological skills. The brain has now changed, the body has now changed, and the hormone cycles may have been partly broken and reset. So good luck and persevere, please.